I miss all them shits. That's why I wasn't so lit, bro. Niggas is lit with all that shit. MyTeam, the big fever. Oh, I already got that. Showdown. Park.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Moments away, it'll be Brooklyn going up against Dallas. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And so it's Dallas with it. Pass to Smith. Back to Jokic. With the fadeaway. And he comes up with a bucket.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And Reed pulls it down. Here's Williams. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Inside. Here's Duncan. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Reed. Into the lane. And a missed layup. Here we go, one-on-one. Tatum from long range. The offensive rebound. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Ball stolen. Pass to Hill. Outside for Mitchell. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside wall. To the paint. Pass to Smith. Here's Duncan. Excellent D there from Reed. Outside Mitchell. Outside Hill. To stop the drought. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the contest. So both teams making some changes here.
One shot.
And here's Walt. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Reed inside. Tipped. Reed with it. It's tipped. And he recovers it. Second chance effort. Hill can't connect.
Both sides going at it. Classic good offense, first good defense.
Fades back. A nice shot by Duncan. Duncan's got his second basket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Wall. No made baskets yet. Right wing. Here's Roy. Back to Reed. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Brunson surveys from the arc. Can't hit that one. And here's Brunson. Just 3 on the clock. There's the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Dallas on top, up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYYY, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here's Tatum. Out to the right wing. Here's Roy. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Roy's got his first bucket in this one.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Brunson looks it over. Pass to Stoudemire. Now here's Brunson. Still without a bucket. The kick to Tatum. All alone. And that one drops for him.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Brunson. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Tatum from long range. They get the rebound. Malone. And down it goes. 2 points.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Outside Tatum. Clock at 6. Shoots over Tatum. Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Brunson up top. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Wade.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Brunson. Takes the 3. Here's Stoudemire. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Not exactly what coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Brooklyn trails by 5. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Down low. A nice shot by Duncan.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Jokic. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Duncan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And here they come. The pull-up J. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Duncan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Pass to Duncan. Oh, deflected. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. An open look for Smith. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. And Dallas leads by 3.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
And they get it back. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Here's Stoudemire. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brooklyn trails by 3. Pass to Reed. It's stolen by Tatum. Smith with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Mitchell up top. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Wall. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
Here's Smith. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, BA, it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
And here's the fast break. Oh!
Wow!
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Shoots a fadeaway. And Reed pulls it down. Brooklyn trails by 5. Pass to Duncan. Here's Hill. Great D that time from Jokic. Now here's Wall. The three-pointer off the mark. Now Mitchell. No points so far. Reed, no good. Here's Jokic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And Dallas leads by 7. Timeout called, Brooklyn. Brooklyn trails by 7. Outside Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Outside Brunson. On the wing, Porter. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Tatum. They get it back. Outside for Porter. Pass to Brunson. From outside the arc. Over to the left wing. Goes up again. The shot by Stoudemire, no good. Here's Mitchell. Good D by Brunson.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Brunson's got the ball here for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game, and it's Tatum missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Right side, Brunson. Here's Stoudemire. He's scoreless. Brunson misses. To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
Outside Mitchell. Mitchell bullies his way inside. Here's Brunson. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Dallas on top. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Brunson. Jokic up top from the high post. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Zero hesitation from Jokic. Just so confident in his skills.
And they double up Brunson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Substitution for Brooklyn. Number 0. Bilal.
Here's Koulibaly. Pure from 3-point range. Koulibaly's got his first 3 points of the game.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Pass to Jokic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Head coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And the second free throw is good.
And crucially, he did enough there to make it a 2-possession game.
Here's Wade. Pass to Jokic. Fades. He's off on that one. Brooklyn trails by 5. Here's Malone. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's on Nikola Jokic. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
To the middle. Here's Reed. Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Dallas. Down low. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now Jokic fires for 3. The triple goes for Jokic.
Yeah, don't leave Jokic alone in the corner. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Brooklyn trails by 5. To the paint. The 11-footer. Count that one. Reed.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Inside. Here's Duncan. Mitchell grabs a miss. And Brooklyn with possession here. Hill. Here's Reed. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. There's Tatum with the 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Here's Williams. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Down low. And there's a 3-second violation. Brooklyn trails by 4. Pass to Hill. Launches it from deep. Rebound by Stoudemire.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Counted from distance.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Reed. Blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. .41 seconds left to play in the 4th. And another shot. Pass to Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Stoudemire.
Brooklyn foul. Granted.
And Dallas calls time here.
Timeout, timeout.
19 seconds left.
You talking to yourself the whole game? What the fuck are you talking to?
Interesting timeout.
Get the fuck out of here. You was just scared and nervous. Shut up, bro. Niggas ain't played this shit in months. Shut up.
Their subs can close this game out.
Fans, show your appreciation for your Brooklyn dancers.
.16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Jokic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Dwayne Wade.
And Dallas leads by 9.
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. Here we go. Go. Here we go. And it's Austin with the ball. Pass to Holmgren. Offline with a baseline jumper.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Now here's Williams. Wall covering. Outside for Mitchell. Connects from downtown.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we could put a ceiling on what that potential is. You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA, gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
A nice shot by Duncan.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so Wall will bring it up for Austin. It's a three-point game. Pass to Holmgren. Kicks it to George. Hill with the steal. Here's Duncan. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
George with it. For three. Hits the trifecta. George has got 5 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Duncan. Hill with it. George defending. The three ball. Hill can't connect. Puts up a deep three. George, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From deep, Mitchell drops in the three. He has 6.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
The ball goes to the other team. Substitution on the court.
There's the drive. Oh, it's a big-time jam. He slams it right over Williamson.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too. Man, good whistle there.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
At the line for 2.
And good on the 2nd, so he makes them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And Mitchell with the slam.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Wall. There's the 3. And he buries his first look.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And it's Tatum missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Leonard on the wing. From deep three-point land. And Reed pulls it down. Here's Hill. Austin grabs a miss.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Brunson on the drive. Oh, he misses the easy stuff. George, a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 10 points.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
And the layup is good. 12 points for him.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Austin. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter.
14.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Austin.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Love the passing that they've displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Pass to Malone. And the shot goes in.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Austin. 3-point lead. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player. When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Here's Stoudemire. Got it.
Now, that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Now, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Here's Reeves. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Brooklyn trails by 3. Inside. Koulibaly. Good on the shot.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Right side, Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Malone. It's good on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Here's Wembanyama. And once again, off the mark by Austin. Brooklyn with the ball. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And it's Austin with the ball. Here's Miller. And once again, off the mark by Austin. To the paint.
Out of bounds. Substitution on the court.
And here's Williamson. No made baskets yet. To the right side. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And Trevor Ariza makes a living out there beyond the arc.
1:33 left in the first half of basketball. Brunson on the drive. Tatum from long range. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
No debate there. He got hammered.
His first personal foul.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Brooklyn.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Hill for 3. Austin grabs a miss. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Outside Mitchell. George with the block.
Known as a tough defender, George so good at reading shooters and getting to those shot attempts.
Pass to Reed. And once again, off the mark by Austin.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. From deep, Mitchell. And it's Austin with the ball. Ball for 3. And Reed pulls it down. Here's Hill. Banked it in off the glass. Hill's got his first points in this one.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
With 4 on the clock. And Williams punches it home.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Brooklyn out in front, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a one-point game. Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked by Wall.
Oh, nicely timed by Wall. Just so gifted with tremendous length at his position.
From behind the arc, it's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Wall's got 6. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker. He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 6-point Austin lead.
Well, PG can get in the zone, and those zones can stretch for a long time.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Brooklyn trails by 6. Pass to Hill. A shot to stop the run. And it's rejected. Here's Ariza. 90 seconds into the second half now. Now Reed takes the 3. Hits the three-pointer.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Hill with the steal. Outside, Williams. Jacks up a 3. And Reed pulls it down.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Outside Mitchell from deep three-point range. And Reed pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
A 1-team foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Offensive board. Outside Reeves. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll... From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And Brooklyn with possession here. Driving in. Duncan uses the glass to finish the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by Brooklyn. George for three. The rebound by Duncan. Driving to the basket, and he jams it home with authority.
Good to see Mitchell distributing the basketball, guys. You want him to find his guys and establish some chemistry.
Lets it fly. Oh, it's blocked by Williamson. Duncan, no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's George. Good work defensively by Hill. Back to Reed. Outside, Hill. Three-pointer off the mark.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
George outside. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Brooklyn with the ball. Williams. It's blocked. On the wing, Tatum. Up top, George. Hill with the steal. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the game. So both teams changing it up here. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hill. Up and over Smith. Shot's good by Hill. Hill's gotten his second bucket of the game.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
A minute 37 left now in the first quarter. Now here's George. Checked by Hill. Here's Reed. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Jalen Brunson picks one up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Philadelphia now. Still without a basket in the game.
Well, Paul George able to keep that shot high in the air. This is a dangerous long-range bomber.
Here's Brunson. Rebound by Philadelphia.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
George, no good. Brooklyn leading by 11. Pass to Hill. George with a steal. Here's Ewing. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Tatum from long range. And they recover it. Count that one, Reed. Reed's got 5 points.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. 5 to shoot. For 3, George. And Reed pulls it down. stolen away. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Brunson surveys. It'll count. No. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And Brooklyn with possession here. To the middle. Here's Reed. And he dunks it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Pass to George. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. To the paint. Kicks it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with the 3. Brooklyn with the ball. Right side, Hill. The 3. Duncan, no good.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Reed. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Hill for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Robertson. There's Howard with the 3. Williams grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Here's Howard. Brooklyn pulls it in. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's Reed. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that time also a missed shot.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's Hill. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. George for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in. The size advantage gives him a clear path to the shot.
An 8-point differential. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Robertson. It's George on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Hill. Here's Duncan. From outside the arc. Paul George pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Howard with the ball. And it's Hill picking him up now. Here's Robertson. Drops one in from the wing.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Duncan. And it's blocked. They've got numbers. Here's George. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside, Hill. Excellent D there from Reed. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throw of the contest.
You got to respect the enthusiasm LaMelo Ball brings to his game. He thrives out here under the bright lights with all eyes on him.
Pass to Olajuwon. Now here's Tatum. Tatum with a steal. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself, but now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Ball outside. Pass to Tatum. Back to Ball. DeRozan looks it over. Missed it from 7 feet. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Tatum. Paul George pulls it in. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. And it's in there.
Well, that's a smart play. He sees the mismatch and just takes advantage.
Outside Brunson. Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by Tatum. Here's George. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. George has got 5 points.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Williams from long range. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Brooklyn with possession here. They trail by 1. George outside. The 3 ball. Williams grabs the board. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Offline with a 3.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
That one no good. Batum with the defensive effort. Pass to Bowl. Williamson for 3. Zion attacks from range.
Locked in and ready to go. They put the ball in Zion's hands and he fires.
Shot to stop the run. Off the left rim and out.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
And here's Bowl. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point Albuquerque lead.
Well, Batum can do a little of everything out there, including making quality passes to wide open guys.
There's 47 seconds left in the second. Here's Robertson. Over Mitchell. Tipped. It's an even 3-on-3 break. For three, George. He gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
3 points.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Williamson. Rebound by Stoudemire. Here's Duncan. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
21. The visiting team, 21.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No points so far. George, right side. And stolen by Williams. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. They lead by 1. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Albuquerque leading by 3. Now here's Reed. Howard, the screen. Down low. Pass to Robertson. Now George. Williams defending. Kicks it to George. Here's Robertson. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. It's stolen by Howard. The floater. It's tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Reed. Blocked again! And they'll keep possession. Hill with the steal. On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, rejected by Howard. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And it's Hill picking him up now. Here's Robertson. Now Reed. Here's Howard. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Mitchell. No points yet. Out left to the wing. Hill for 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he gets it to go. Reed's got his second basket.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Brooklyn trails by 5. Pass to Stoudemire. To snap the cold streak. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
They get it again. Over to the wing. Here's Howard. Plenty of space. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
Back to Brunson. Three-pointer. 4-3. Brunson nails it.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the three. The rebound by Stoudemire. Brooklyn trails by 4. To the inside. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
To the wing, right side. Howard. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Howard's got 6 in the quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Beyond the arc. That one is off. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Albuquerque out in front, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Brooklyn trails by 4. Here's Brunson. Brunson slices through the D.
And I like it. I mean, using the strong frame, Brunson pushes through the foul and sinks the shot.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Pass to Olajuwon. The shot no good. Brooklyn with the ball to take the lead. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second team foul.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
Second personal foul.
That one's no good.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Ball outside. Pass to Reed. Back to Ball. Hill with the steal. Tatum with room to shoot. And he drains the quick shot. And Brooklyn leads by 2. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
The shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's Albuquerque now. Pass to Robertson. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Timeout called. Brooklyn. Both teams changing it up here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Sinks the tray.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
From deep three-point land. And Reed pulls it down. Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Coulibaly. Outside Durant. Let's go with a 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's Frazier. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's the fast break. The 3 from Mitchell. Howard grabs the miss. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Frazier. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. There's 1:40 left to the 4th. Here's Durant. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And Brooklyn leads by 5.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots.
Here's George. Nice shot from the wing.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
A 1:09 left in the 4th. On the wing, Durant. That one a little long.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Pass to Reed. And stolen by Bowles. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now here's George. A chance there to take the lead on a miss. Timeout called, Brooklyn. Both teams will make substitutions. .27 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And Brunson, here we go. Off with the layup. And Ball will bring it up here for Albuquerque. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 won't fall. Williams in the post. Ooh, offline.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Ball way outside. Ooh, no good there. Potential game winner was off the mark. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Pass to Reed. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Got a hand on it. And they're on the run. To take the lead. Kicks it to George. Howard up top. Here's Robertson. Checked by Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Rejected by George.
Yeah, rejecting the try there. George firing up his guys.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Reed. Now here is Howard. Guarded by Reed. Puts up a deep three. The offensive rebound. Here's George. Here's Howard. Ooh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. Kicks it to George. Over Williams. And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
With the floater. Outside, Hill. No good on the triple.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Oh, he buries it from outside.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Right wing. Here's Stoudemire. And here's Brunson from the arc. Misses the three. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So Albuquerque wins it. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Duncan. Pass to Williams. Lets the three fly. Tipped. Hill with the steal. Here's the break. Duncan, no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Buffalo. Here's Stoudemire. Hill with the steal. Ooh, poked away. Reed with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. From deep, Mitchell. Rebound, Buffalo.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Duncan. Stolen by Ball. And he jams it home with authority.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Out of bounds. Going to be Brooklyn's ball. Brooklyn with the ball. Fires away from way outside. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Stoudemire. And he lays it up and in.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes. Brooklyn foul.
Buffalo making a switch here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A minute 58 left in the first quarter. And stolen by Williams. Here we go, all alone.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brett.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Poke loose. It's 2-on-1. The three is up. It's hauled in by Hill. Brooklyn trails by 3. Down low. Pass to Tatum. Outside, Williams. No good with the triple. Here's Buffalo with the ball. Jackson outside. Here's Stoudemire. From behind the arc. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Stoudemire's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. There's Tatum with the 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Buffalo leading by 6. Now here's Adams. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Hill. And here's the fast break. Here's Brunson outside. Offensive rebound. Misses from short range. And so it's Buffalo leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's give a quick breakdown of the game we've seen from Buffalo.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Left side, Brunson. Pass to Adams. 5 to shoot. Right side, Jones. The rebound by Malone. Brooklyn trails by 6. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And it's Jones with the ball for Buffalo. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Starks missing. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Buffalo shooting their first free throws of this game.
First team foul. Shooting for Buffalo. At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second one. And here's Brunson. Yet to see a basket. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. Buffalo leading by 6. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Adams. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Adams back in the paint. That's where he lives.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Brooklyn trails by 8. Right side, Brunson. Pass to George. Launches a 3. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Now here's Adams. Intercepted. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's George. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Steven Adams. Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
George hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Bibby. Pass to Starks. Fires for 3. Ooh, nice D from George.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Duncan. Fires the 3. That one is off. Jones feels it out. Here's Bibby. No points yet. Buffalo again can't hit. Here's Brunson. Brunson so confident at the rim.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Bibby. Pass to Davis. Davis going to work in the paint.
Well, at that range, Davis is pretty much automatic. He's going to score it.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
The 3 from Ball. Back to Davis. Davis just merciless inside.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to mix it up with Davis, you better be on your game. He's so powerful inside.
They double team George. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. And that one's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Ball with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. Nice move. The rebound by Malone. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. 6-point game. Duncan, no good. Ball outside. The three. Deep three for Ball. And Brooklyn with possession here. Out left to the wing. 1 second left. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And so it's Buffalo closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be back in a moment. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Now Ball kicks it out to Jackson. Davis down low. Pass to Stoudemire. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Stoudemire's got 8.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Defensively, you know Mitchell wants to get to the rim. You play it that way, and he pulls the string on you.
Here's Harrington. Now here's Jackson. Check by Hill. The offensive rebound. Here's Stoudemire. Nails the baby hook. 10 points for him.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Out to the right wing. Hill for 3. Rebound Buffalo. Jackson with it. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Hill. Brooklyn trails by 8. Williams with it. Jackson in his pocket. Williams, that's good.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. Love seeing these type of results.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Jalen Brunson.
True on the 14-footer.
And that's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
The 3 from Mitchell. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Well, this is what Steven Adams does. He finds his way into the paint for high percentage shots just like that.
Buffalo leading by 7. Here's Nene. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Duncan. Let's go with a 3. Rebound Buffalo. Deflects the pass. From deep, Mitchell. Nene grabs the board. Outside Brunson. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Nene can't get it to go. Brooklyn trails by 9. Here's Duncan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Duncan's got 6.
Duncan just too good around the rim. That's a cakewalk.
Here's Starks. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Nene. Shot clock at 6. Here's Adams. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Now here's Brunson to the middle. Nene. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Outside, Hill. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Brunson. It'll count. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Buzzer-beating backbreaker. That pushes the lead to double digits going into the final period.
And so it's Buffalo. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Brooklyn trails by 12. Outside Brunson. Jacks up a three. Rebound Buffalo.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Jones. Left side Brunson. Puts up a three. Tatum pulls it in. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Takes a three. The shot off that time. Now Davis, hounded by Tatum. Jackson outside. The three is up. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Buffalo.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And you want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Reed. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at. Finding ways to get his guys good shots.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Up top, Jackson. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Jackson outside. Jackson the screen. Here's Walton. Counted from distance. Walton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And they're able to recover.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
Tipped. Here's Walton. Here's the three. Here's Adams. There's the three. Walton's shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
From deep, Mitchell. Here's Duncan. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:16 left in the final quarter. Pass to Harrington. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Williams from long range. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Jackson on the wing. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Buffalo making a switch here.
In for Buffalo, number 11, Jalen Brunson.
It's starting to feel like desperation time.
Desperation indeed. They're playing against the clock. That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Stoudemire. Buffalo again can't hit.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
Substitution for Buffalo, number 12, Steven Adams.
Hill for 3. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
What you love about Mitchell, he plays with energy, explosiveness, and courage.
So he gets them both. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Buffalo with the ball. They've led by as many as 14. There's the triple. And they can't get it to go. And the foul on Anthony Davis. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
And he's unable to get the second one. Here's Nene. And so Buffalo takes the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road. Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson.
Here we go.
So it's Boston now. Out to Fox. Over Mitchell. And it's Fox missing. Brooklyn with the ball. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Williamson. Here's Duncan. Weber pulls it in.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Worthy. And Reed pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Williamson. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
And stolen by Edwards. It's 2-on-1. Here's Fox. Here's Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Weber. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Yep, count it.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
Now Fox. Stolen by Mitchell. Hill with it. Fox picks him up. Hill can't connect. Here's Weber. Over Mitchell. No good off the glass.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Outside, Hill. Offensive board. Reed. Pass to Duncan. Jacks up a 3. Fires in the triple. Duncan's got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
.111 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Worthy. High arcing shot. Clock at 6. Again, the miss by Boston. Brooklyn trails by 4. Reed with it. To the inside. Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
Pass to Weber. Now here's Williamson. Guarded by Reed. Williamson misses. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Williams. That one's good. This game is all even.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Here's Hill. And that one is stuffed right through.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Williams. Here's Duncan. Fires for 3. Doesn't go that time. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And the second quarter is on its way when we return.
The away team, 11.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick-out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
The control and focus from Embiid, able to absorb hits from the defense and still finish.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Having added so much strength, Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Here's Embiid. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside, Williams. It's deflected. Maxey on the wing. Over Brunson. The rebound by Duncan. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
It looks now like he's in a lot of pain. They call timeout, and the trainer's going to have a chance to check him out.
Brooklyn making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Tatum. Pass to Duncan. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Pass to Embiid. Oh, look at the range. Joel is good for 3.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Boston on offense. Leonard outside. From 18 feet away. And Allen gets it to go.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Sinks the tray. Brunson's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
It's stolen by Tatum. Shot from the wing. Leonard pulls down the board. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for Boston. Here's Embiid. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Embiid's got 7 now in this quarter. Tatum on the drive. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Now here's Tatum. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Smith. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
So both teams making some changes here.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Pass to Duncan. And here's Brunson. To the right side. Fires the three. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Here's Weber. The rebound by Duncan. From deep, Mitchell. Mitchell, bullseye from distance. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Brooklyn out in front, up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now an update on Jalen Williams from Allie LaForce. What do you have, Allie?
Thanks. I got some news from Brooklyn's head athletic trainer. There's some pain in the chest area, especially when breathing. Right now, it's being called a bruise. All that said, he's already back at the game. Serious toughness on display tonight.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Always on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Even with the advancements in strength training, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Three-pointer, Fox. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Here's Williamson. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Here's Hill. Here's Duncan. Banked it in off the glass. Duncan's got 10.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Weber. Again, the miss by Boston. Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Mitchell. Outside, Williams. Got a hand on it. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Timeout called, Brooklyn.
Please welcome. Give it a hand, it's your Breakers Dance Crew.
From deep, Mitchell. Boston pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to review the game plan.
For your dance team.
Boston trails by 3. Fox deciding where to go with it. Got a piece of it. Left side, Hill.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
The layup off target. Here's Weber. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
Substitution on the court.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to Tatum. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. JT for three.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
It's good. Brooklyn with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
And here's Edwards outside. Connects from downtown.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Right side Hill. Reed. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Back to Embiid. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And on the glass, Embiid's height and power are crucial, helping him beat the other guys.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Brooklyn leading by 4. Now here's Brunson. Pass to Williams. Six to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he drops a first. So both teams changing it up here. And Williams drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. More 2K action in just a moment. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Boston trails by 6. Smith left side. Allen outside from about 19. There's the block. And they're able to recover. Here's Duncan. From 12 feet. The rebound by Allen. Boston on offense. Here's Edwards. That one off the back iron and out. Brooklyn leading by 6. The kick out to Brunson. Oh, Brunson nails it from deep.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Taylor Jenkins had to say to his team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Williams. Drives to the hoop. Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Boston trails by 11. Puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. From outside the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by Maxey. Here's Reed. Uses. Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Duncan. Pass to Hill. No good on the triple. Here's Nene. To the paint. Bogut gets the bucket.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Here's Duncan. Three-pointer, no good. Boston on offense. Here's Nene. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Here's Tatum. Here's the pick. From the top of the key. From outside the arc. And Reed pulls it down. Outside Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Williams. The baseline J is on the way. Kept alive. The shot comes out. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Goes up on the wing. Here's Dumars. Lets the three fly. Donovan Mitchell with a board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Duncan, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Then a shot is good.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
Now here's Hill. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Three-pointer. On target from range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Left side Mitchell. From the arc. And Hill hits from deep. Hill's got 5 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Logan. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
To the inside. Here's Bogut. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 6 points for him.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Duncan. Outside, Hill. There's the three. Boston pulls it in. From about 19, the shot misses. Williams from long range. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Boston out in front, up 4. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Brooklyn trails by 4. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Number 33, Scottie Pippen.
Here's Spates. Pass to Nance. Shoots over Tatum. Shot is good by Nance.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Both teams making some changes here. Brooklyn trails by 4. Here's Brunson. Deflected.
This is what Pippen is known for, a long, athletic, and exceptional versatile defender.
Boston shooting their first free throw in this game. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Here's Pippen. Passed away. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about Pippen's decision-making in screen and rolls? I mean, he can really break the defense down.
Inside, Lang. And hammers it home over the D.
You give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
To the middle. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
You know, with all the other things Pippen does so well, sometimes I think we forget how good a passer he is.
And he can't get that one. Boston leading by 9. Down low. Lang. That one rolls around and rims out. Brooklyn with the ball. Launches a 3. Doesn't go that time. On the break. 1:58 left in the second. Offensive rebound. Pass to Nance. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Wings got 8 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Duncan. And they're on the run. He pulls it. And it's good for 2. Tatum's got his first points of the game.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Out to the right wing. Nance can't get it to go. Brooklyn trails by 9. Brunson looks it over. The kick to Tatum. From behind the arc. Duncan. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you know, Duncan's too big and talented not to put a body on him. And he's always lurking around looking for offensive boards.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Nance. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. Boston leading by 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside T to the middle. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Yeah, Siakam's got a great head on his shoulders. They'd be smart to use him in that set as much as possible.
Pass to Malone. From deep, Mitchell. And no good. That'll do it for the first half. Boston out in front, up by 11. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Dumars. The 3. Here's Nene. They set the pick. The 3 ball. And Reed pulls it down. Brooklyn trails by 11. Hill for 3. Dumars grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Again, the miss by Boston. Brooklyn with the ball. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
You can see the unselfishness of Tim Duncan with plays like this. He's got excellent vision for a big guy.
Now here's Tatum. No points yet. Over Williams. Here's Bogut. Here's Nene. 4-3. No good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Shoots. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn trails by 9. Here's Hill. A shot, no good. Wide open. And the shot falls short that time.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Duncan. And that's good for 2. Duncan's got 6 points.
Oh, too easy for Duncan there. Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants to.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Boston leading by 7. That's the screen. Pass to Siakam. To the left wing. Here's Dumars. Check by Mitchell. Again, the miss by Boston. Brooklyn trails by 7. To the inside. Reed. And he dunks it down.
You're such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
And here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Siakam, right side. Brooklyn pulls it in. And it's Williams off the drive. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. 44 seconds left in the third. Pass to Siakam. Oh, got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Inside. Siakam, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
Boston on offense. It's a one-point game.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Stoudemire. Back to Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Brooklyn with possession here. They lead by 1. Brunson with it. On the take. And he goes in for the dunk.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
To the paint. Here's Wang. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates, a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Wang. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Pass to Duncan. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Brooklyn making a switch here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Allie, thank you. To the middle. And here they go. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Reed. Back to Williams. And here's Mitchell. Out left to the wing. Clock at 4. A nice shot by Duncan.
So much fun watching Tim Duncan play. So good and efficient.
Hill with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the fourth. Outside Mitchell. Mitchell down low. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
You know, something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Here's Reed. Goes up again.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end.
How about the vertical of Hill? Outstanding. And rising up and ramming it home. Yes, sir.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Boston making a switch here. Looking to end the run. Brooklyn pulls it in.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
He gets it in there. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
To the inside. Reed. And it's rejected.
Home team foul.
For Brooklyn.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. No good on the quick three. Boston on offense. Down by 12. Misses from the corner.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Puts up a three. Bogut pulls it in. Tatum with a steal. And here's Brunson from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And Brooklyn leads by 15.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a...
Oh, my goodness! Disrespect.
This goes to Kevin Durant.
So we see Brooklyn get the win here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.